Hi, this is Monty from Motor Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car, or a van to be fair on this one, that's just come into us. This is our 2011 Ford Fiesta 1.6 TDCi Sport. It's a one owner, one company, local company owned vehicle. Full service history, so 7 service stamps, all completed at a Ford main agent. Alright, now these videos tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long. I'll try and be as brief as I possibly can. She's covered 95,000 miles as well, I thought I'd mention that. Now, we've done a couple of bits and pieces to the car. She's just been MOT. There's no advisories on the MOT. When it leaves me today, after I've done this video, it will go to our prep guys and I'll tell you what we're going to be doing. Now, hopefully I'll try and get this video done as quickly as possible because it looks like it might just rain. Now, I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now, you'll see the wheels. These are not the standard wheels you'll tend to get on the Sport or normally on the van. These are Zetec S Snowflake wheels, which we've had refurbished in a sort of lovely, really nice contrasting colour to the bodywork, sort of gunmetal grey. Yeah, it looks stunning. They're all lacquered. We tend to do some of our rims in matte, but these ones have been lacquered to bring the shine out. Now, I'm going to hold the camera there for a little while. Please make a note of the registration number. Do any MOT checks you need to do. Please call Haynes of Maidstone, and they'll tell you everything that's been done to this car because they've looked after it all of its life. Now, it is due a service now, and we will be servicing it. Unfortunately, it's not going to go to a Ford main agent to be serviced, but we'll be getting our prep guys to do that for us. Alright, now I will, as I mentioned, I'll give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now, she's in Panther Black, so metallic Panther Black. And hopefully, when we get around the front of the car, I'll sort of tend to start off on the driver's side front. Now, the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. We try and tell you how it is. She is an 8-year-old vehicle. She's not going to be brand new. She is in lovely condition for a van, but she will drive like an 8-year-old vehicle that's done 95,000 miles. We'll do what we can to try and prep them so they look lovely, drive lovely, but you know, again, as I mentioned, it's just been MOT. There was no advisories on the MOT. Now, one thing that you'll probably notice before I tell you a bit more about the car, there is a broken fog lamp on there. We have ordered it, hasn't arrived, but our prep guys will fit that all for us. Now, again, the reasons we do the videos, as I mentioned about the trust, the honesty bit, please feel free to read some of my reviews on Auto Trader. They are all genuine. We don't make anything up. Everything's 5-star at the moment, but we just tell you how it is. All right, so these sport vans, they'll tend to have this kind of Zetec S inspired body kit. So you'll have the lower front spoiler or the skirt that you'll see along here. You don't have any of the side skirts. You'll have a big rear spoiler as well, and the interior sort of around the sort of Zetec S. You have lots of standard spec on the car. Heated front screen, automatic wipers, automatic headlamps, folding mirrors, lots and lots of standard things on the car. Air conditioning, all works absolutely fine. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and move the camera really slowly. Hopefully you can try and pick up some of the reflections that you might see over there. Okay, now there are going to be a few hairline scratches, a few little stone chips that we've touched up. It's all consistent to the age and the mileage of the car. So again, just like I mentioned, please don't expect a brand new car. We've all done it before. We've seen photographs of a vehicle on Auto Trader, whoever is your platform that you'll tend to advertise your cars on. You go and have a look at the car, it's nothing like it's been described. So this is the reasons we tend to do these videos. We'll tell you exactly how it is. So it takes all that kind of stigma out when you come to have a look at the car. It should be as I've described. Now, we are all human. I don't intentionally go out to mislead anybody, but I'll point everything out that I've seen. So along this driver's door here, along the edge, we've had some touch-ups that have been done. Again, it's going to be quite hard to pick up. It's a black car, and there's a few little stone chips or touch-ups that we've done along this edge. So there's one along here, one along there, and a couple of, again, It's going to be quite hard to pick up unless I zoom right in. You might just see it if I zoom right in. They've just been touched up there. And there's a couple along here, one there, and there's a couple along the bottom of the door edge. But apart from that, all looks really good. Let's just show you inside. We'll give you a view from the back very shortly. Now there is 2 keys with this car. Let me just turn the volume down for the radio because the radio is on. There are 2 keys with the car, all working absolutely fine. Seats looking really good condition. You'll probably see the driver's side slightly better from the other side when I get the camera going there. But there's no nasty stains, no nasty ripping, anything like that. No nasty signs of wear. That's why I've put in the advert. It's not your usual van out there because a lot of them tend to get abused. Bluetooth connectivity for your phone. Obviously CD player, mentioned about the heated front screen, your air conditioning, that all works absolutely fine. You've got your controls for the volume for the radio and other functionality, not loads, but other functionality for the radio on there. As I mentioned, you've got automatic headlamps on the car, folding and electric mirrors, and again, just looking at that door panel. Most of these tend to be trashed really, but it looks in good condition. Now you may get a bit of the sun glaring through, just coming through the trees. I know I mentioned it's going to be raining, but it looks like there's some really nasty clouds in the air. Anyway, looking along the driver's side rear of the car, if I hold the camera down here and I'll move it slowly, hopefully you can try and pick up some good reflections. Now apologies, I'm up to nearly 7 minutes now, have gone on a bit. Show you the alloy wheels, got some new centre caps, they're all brand new. Maybe I should have gone for some black ones, might have looked a bit better, but new centre caps there. Now there's a few hairline scratches along this back bumper here. Just tiny, nothing major, but again, if I took a photograph from back here, you wouldn't pick any of that up. Still got the original Haynes number plates on there, got a little Haynes badge on there. Oh, and the rear spoiler, really nice big Zetec S spoiler, gives the car a real aggressive stance, and the rear diffuser as well. Let's just show you in the boot area, or the back compartment. Looks in really good condition. Now the company that owned it before were a local plumbing company, so they it's not builders or anything like that. They haven't. I'm not saying all builders abuse cars, but it's not been abused in that kind of way at all. Now along the back bumper you've got a few little marks that have been touched up. There's one over here, 1 or 2 along there as well. Okay, but nothing major. Alright, nothing major at all. Let's have a look at the passenger side. Now one little thing that we need to try and address is the rear bumper here. These bits tend to stick out a little bit. Not too sure why, let me just show you. Well, I know why. I think it's a clip behind there. But they tend to happen quite a lot on these Fiestas. So, but when it goes to our prep guys, they'll try and get that pushed back as best as possible. Let's just try and show you the passenger side. That's all good there, the passenger side. Hopefully I can try and squat down. Now what you're going to be seeing is this kind of reflections of these posts and the grass. But I can assure you, there's no nasty dents, no nasty knocks, anything like that. A few hairline scratches. I think there's a tiny little mark on here, but it's just tiny. But it's consistent again with the age of the car. And then let's just go down the door. Hopefully you can try and pick that up. Now there were 1 or 2 little stone chips on this rear wing. There was one along here. You can probably try and pick that up when I zoom right in. That's been touched up. And a few on the door edges, but again all been touched up, looking fine. Let's just show you inside the car. It has, believe it or not, just started to rain. Again, hopefully that all looks really good. You can see the driver's seat there. There's no nasty signs of any kind of wear. door panel, all looks in good condition. So we're up to about 10 minutes now. It's just started to rain. So I'll try and finish this off or wrap this up as quickly as possible. Loads of tread on the tyres. Let's just show you another view down this side as well. Okay, now probably the worst bit of any car will tend to be the front end. Okay, she's in black, she's done 95,000 miles. There are a few little stone chips here and there on the bonnet. I've personally touched in probably about a dozen myself, and it's probably when it goes to the prep guys, they'll I've done sort of like a dozen of the biggest ones, and then we're sort of along here, along there. You can probably see them if I move the camera. You can probably see a couple of the stone chips there. You can probably pick up some of the rain as well. But it's to be expected. She's done 95,000 miles, guys. So it is a van, even though it's in fantastic condition. So please, please, please don't expect it to be brand new, especially with a black car. That sort of mileage, you'll tend to get a few stone chips along the front of it. So there we go. As I mentioned, the fog lamp's going to be done. We will be servicing the vehicle as well, hopefully for our lucky new owner. In fairness, I'm going to be taxiing this vehicle very shortly, and I'll probably use it myself. I just love it, drive it, and we'll take it from there. Anyway, one last thing to mention, it's about our warranties. We offer 6 months warranty. We've got two different companies we tend to use. We'll give you the pros and the cons. We'll tell you everything about the companies. We'll tend to give you a sort of a claim limit of up to the cost price of the vehicle. It's not these £250 claim limit, you have to pay 50% or anything like that. No, they're done as a 100% contribution. All you'd normally pay is an excess fee, which is normally about £75 for any claims that have been authorised. Two of the top companies out there that we'll tend to use, and we'll tick as many extras: air conditioning, suspension, emissions, that type of thing. As I mentioned, we don't try and give you a basic warranty. So just wanted to thank you again for your time. If you're interested in this particular vehicle or anything else at Mopar Vehicles, please don't hesitate to give me a call, send me a text, email, whatever you want to do. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And thank you again for your time. Bye bye.